Hey, another software update type of video. This one for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo 2022. We've got a librarian version of 127 here, and the port looks good. It opens fine. Let's do a K to E, and that works. So we know that our serial connection is okay. A couple of new things I want to talk about. The mon volume, this used to be vol, now it's mon. And it doesn't control the line output anymore. Not that many people are probably aware of this because they're probably not using the secondary stereo output. But I thought it was good to decouple these two things so that you could adjust your monitor level and stage without it affecting the line level going to your amplifier or mixing board or whatever. Also known on the first page is a bank knob, which is a global pitch offset, and it goes plus or minus 3 octaves. And this is good for transposing voices that you use PMOD or pitch tracking of formants to shape the harmonic content. Things like clarinet and bass clarinet. The bass clarinet is gone now because we can transpose it. And human vocals sometimes come out a little weird when you transpose them, and now they won't if you transpose them via this bank knob. Okay, like I said, the line now is independent. It's an independent volume output. On the resin page, the harm knob has double the strength. So I went through all the presets and knocked the value of this knob down by half. And now when you set it to its extremes, you get kind of interesting results. It's another kind of effect range that we didn't have before. The topology of the resonator also has changed. So it uses something called a absorptive all-pass resonator now, which is a fancy word for having a low-pass filter inside of an all-pass resonator. And it really was just a slight kind of topological rearrangement of the resonator, but I think it's in a better space now. Xmix had some leakage, and I fixed that when you set it to 31. And also, drop has been changed from a fourth order polynomial to a second order. It's very, very similar to lift now, and in that you can move the onset of drop around using offset minus and offset plus, just like you can change the onset of lift around using offset minus and offset plus. And I need to make a video on that because they're a little weird to set. So anyway, so what we're going to do, hit F2 to see the file list. And when you start the librarian, you won't see this. Let me change to where you would be. Okay, this is what you'll see when you open up the new librarian. There's an eeprom file that has everything in it, which is software and presets, and also your profiles. There's this all directory which contains all of the updated presets, and there's a spy file that is the software, the latest software. So there's two ways of doing this. First, we're going to do, for either way, we're going to do a system backup, take a snapshot of the system. So 5, and we'll call it lab, space, eeprom dump space. So what this is doing is it's grabbing everything, all my presets, all my profiles, and all my software, and it's dumping it into this new eeprom file. So I can always go back to where I am right now without fear. I can change anything anywhere, and I will be able to put it right back to where it was. So this is a good thing to do. So let's do the blasty way to do it first. let's first back up our system profile that we care about. For me, that's 0. That's the one that is power on default. We'll call it sys 0. We'll do slot to preset sys. Okay, so what that did was it backed up system profile slot 0 to the file sys0dlp. So now we've got our system settings saved, so we can kind of muck around. If you have other profiles that you care about, you should back those up first. All right, let's do the eeprom. Use the F2 key. This is the file. If I hit enter, it puts it down on the command line, space eeprom pump space. And this takes a long time. So what we did was we backed up the system profile that we cared about in system profile slot 0. And now we're blasting all of the presets and profiles and software with this updated blob file, eeprom file. So there's another way of doing this too, and I'll show you that after we're done here. This is the kind of the surefire kind of blasty way, but there's a more of a bits and pieces approach to it if you want to have more control over the various steps. Super exciting. It's updating a lot of data, so that's what. And then writing always takes a lot of time. Just about done. Okay. Right, that updated our eeprom. Let's do a ver space. You can see that the version here is the same as our spy file. So that's good. That shows that the eeprom software was updated. Now let's restore our system profile. We'll do P to S sys. So that's preset or profile to slot, and then it's to a system slot. Oops, we need a slot here first. Okay, so that'll put in slot 0. So there, that worked too. That's good. Okay, so we're done. That's kind of the way to do it. Now let me show you a different way. Say you just came at this and you took your system profile snapshot like up here, like we just did before. That's always a good first step. So you can always undo things if things go wrong, or if you're unsure. Yeah, it's a way to kind of play around as to your heart's content. All right, let's just update the software. I hit tab there to do the autocomplete. Spy pump. Right, this is just updating the software. It's leaving all of our presets and profiles alone. So this is actually kind of safer in a way. And a lot of times you don't want to mess with your presets, but like with this software update, the presets, like I said, the strength of the harm knob on the resonator changed, so a lot of the presets had to change. Alright, so that gave us new software. If we do a ver, we see that it does match this. And let's change to the all directory, which is right here. So _A, tab for autocomplete, and then CD. So this is all of our presets that have been updated. I mean, these are the ones that I've provided to you with this latest librarian. So let's go ahead and write all of the positive presets. So that'd be 1, and I hit the tab key for autocomplete. So that's the bank file that contains the names of all the presets in order. We're going to start at slot 1, and we can do a bank to slot and space. So what this is doing is overwriting all of presets 1 through 99 with the latest preset files. If you had any presets that you heavily altered and you wanted to keep them, you should save them first. And then you can restore them later. Okay, that did the positive slots. Let's do the negative slots. I hit the up arrow to recall the command. I'll use the arrow, make that -1. So this will overwrite slots -1 through -99. Hit enter. And so we're not messing with our system profiles here at all, so we don't have to worry about them. It doesn't hurt to back them up, you know, but even if we were messing with them, we took a system snapshot, so we're still cool. We could always back out. Okay, so that we've updated our software, all the positive presets and all the negative presets. So let's hit the F3 key. We go to the slot view, -99 to, let's say, 103. Slot to list, space. What this is doing is reading all of the slots on the D-Lev currently, and it's comparing them to the preset files that are in the directory that the current directory that we're in. If I hit F3 again, we get the highlight, so we can see all of them. So the only one that we haven't updated is slot 0. And let's say we want Trixie in there. So we could either do this manually on the D-Lev right now, or we can say Trixie do one in slot 0, and then be preset to slot space. Alright, so let's use the up arrow to recall this command. So we can check slot 0. I could have just said 0 stol, and that would have done it too, but anyway. F3 again, and we can see that Trixie is here in slot 0. Okay. And since we went to slots 103, we went positive a little bit farther, we can see our system profiles here in slots 100 through 103. This one is a question mark because I've edited it and it doesn't match the preset file in the directory. So that's normal. So I guess that's it. If you the preset list itself has changed a little bit, so you might want to get the very latest preset list from the D-Lev support page from the D-Lev website. And alright, thanks for watching.